Good evening, sports fans. Welcome to Sports Roundup here on this Friday night, March 6, 2015. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. Let's start down in New Orleans, Louisiana, where the Boston Celtics square off against the New Orleans Pelicans down in New Orleans there. Right after the Boston Celtics defeated the Utah Jazz at the buzzer at the TD Garden Wednesday night. As the Boston Celtics and the New Orleans Pelicans evenly played ball very well, but the end of the first quarter, the Boston Celtics came out with a 27-25 lead in the first quarter break, and then the halftime break evenly matched second quarter by both clubs as the teams went in at halftime break, tied at 47-47 apiece, and then the Celtics won that third quarter 24-21 to make it a 71-68 game, and the Celtics pulled away in the fourth quarter with some great offense, good defense, and good substantivity, and the Celtics held off the Pelicans as the Boston Celtics defeated the New Orleans Pelicans 104-98. It's now they improved their record to 25-35 in the season here. As look at the playoff picture, Shot is the 7th seed, the Hornets 27-33, Indiana 27-34, Miami 27-34, Brooklyn 25-34, Boston 25-35, Detroit 23-37. Isaiah Thomas, he keeps doing wonders for the Celtics since he came to Boston from Phoenix. 27 points for the Celtics, while Anthony Davis got 29 in the loss for the Pelicans here. And next up for the Boston Celtics, they will be in Orlando, Florida. Sunday evening for a date with the Orlando Magic here. Okay, take a look at the NBA scoreboard here on this Friday night here. Charlotte Hornets defeat the Toronto Raptors 103-94 beyond Al Jefferson's 23 points and 13 assists here. 13 rebounds and 23 points for Al Jefferson here. Indiana Pacers over the Chicago Bulls 98-84. Orlando Magic defeat the Sacramento Kings 119-114. Utah Jazz over the Philadelphia 76ers 89-83 beyond Gordon Hayward's 25 points and 4 assists. Washington Wizards over the Miami Heat 99-97 here. The Hawks are on fire this day. Defeat LeBron James of the Cleveland Cavaliers 106-97 down in Atlanta as Al Horford got 19 points and 9 rebounds for the Hawks there. 4-3 left in the fourth quarter. Brooklyn Nets leading the Phoenix Suns 91-83 beyond. Brook Lopez has 17 points so far. 56 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Houston Rockets leading the Detroit Pistons 99-91 beyond James Harden's all-around game. 34 points, 11 rebounds, and 12 assists. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Memphis Grizzlies 91. Los Angeles Lakers 89 beyond Zach Randolph's 24 points and 13 rebounds so far for the Grizzlies here. 27 seconds left in the third quarter. San Antonio Spurs leading the Denver Nuggets 98-83 as LeSean Leonard's got 17 points and so far for the Spurs. And the Golden State Warriors and the Dallas Mavericks get underway about 10:30 p.m. out in the Bay Area, which is 7:30 p.m. their time. Okay, how about those Celtics? Inching toward the final playoff spot here. Okay, take a look at NHL Scoreboard here on this Friday night here. Through 2 periods out in Chicago. Chicago Blackhawks trailing Edmonton New Orleans 1-0 in here. Pittsburgh Penguins and Anaheim Ducks no score with 12:52 left in the first period here. Columbus Blue Jackets edge at the New Jersey Devils 3-2. Minnesota Wild over the Carolina Hurricanes 3-1 here. Ottawa Senators over the Buffalo Sabres 3-2, and the Calgary Flames over the Detroit Red Wings 5-2. All right, let's take a look at men's college basketball scores here on this Friday night here. In the Southern Conference men's championship first round in Nashville, North Carolina, the Furman leading the Citadel 73-51 with 2:13 left in the second half. 7:52 left in the second half. At the CAA Men's Championship first round in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Charleston 44, Drexel 41. 7:08 left in the second half. It's Coastal Carolina 53, UNC Asheville 41 in the Big South Men's Championship quarterfinal at Conway, South Carolina. Here, Texas Tech 51, Baylor 41 with 12:51 left in the second half. With 10:48 left in the second half in the Western Coast Conference Men's Tournament first round. San Francisco 41, Pacific 37. NBC Men's Tournament quarterfinal at St. Louis, Missouri. Loyola, Illinois 33, Indiana State 16 with 3:15 left in the first half. Horizon Valparaiso Men's League Championship second round at Valparaiso, Indiana. Cleveland State leading Detroit 38-20 with 2:52 left in the first half. 15:56 left in the first half. It's Eastern Kentucky 11, Belmont 9 in Ohio Valley Conference Men's Tournament semifinal at Nashville, Tennessee. Here, in the Big South Men's Championship quarterfinal at Conway, South Carolina, it is Longwood defeated Charleston Southern 68-60. Arkansas Pine Bluff 94. It's Mississippi Valley State 75. NBC Men's Tournament quarterfinal at St. Louis, Missouri. It is Wichita State 56. It's Southern Illinois 45. Big South Men's Championship quarterfinal at Conway, South Carolina. It's Winthrop 67. It's Redford 66. And Illinois State defeated Evansville 71-67 in the NBC Men's Tournament quarterfinal at St. Louis, Missouri. UNC Greensboro 81, Sanford 76, the final in the Southern Conference Men's Championship first round in Nashville, North Carolina. Here, in the CAA Men's Championship first round in Baltimore, Maryland, it is Elon 74, Towson 69, the final in overtime. Here, Big South Men's Championship quarterfinal at Conway, South Carolina, final overtime. It's Gardner Webb 72, High Point 71, and final in overtime. Here, Northern Illinois 71, Ball State 67, final in overtime. Here, Kent State defeating Akron 79-77. Ohio 95, Miami, Ohio 65, Eastern Michigan 85, it's Toledo 59. Western Michigan 74, it's Central Michigan 62, it's Buffalo 77, it's Bowling Green 75, Dartmouth 75, Brown 69, Pennsylvania 54, it's Columbia 46, it's Princeton 66, it's Grinnell 53, it's UIC 72, Oakland 69, and Resident League Men's Championship second round at Valparaiso, Indiana. Northern Iowa over Bradley 71-46 here. In the NBC Men's Tournament quarterfinal in St. Louis, Missouri. Murray State 80, Morehead State 77 in the Ohio Valley Conference Men's Tournament semifinal in Nashville, Tennessee, and Yale over Hartford 62-52 as they get a share of the Ivy League title. All right. Take a look at women's college basketball scores here. With 25 seconds left in overtime, it is Louisville 74, North Carolina 73. 11:47 left in the second half. It is Oregon State 45. It is Colorado 44 in the Pac-12 Women's Tournament quarterfinal at Seattle, Washington. Here, at halftime, West Virginia 27, Texas Tech 24 in the Big 12 Women's Championship first round in Dallas, Texas. In the MAAC Women's Championship quarterfinal at Albany, New York, it's Fairfield and Niagara 20-20 tied at halftime. SEC Women's Tournament quarterfinal Little Rock, Arkansas, it is Mississippi State 41, Kentucky 37 at halftime. Here, at halftime, Ohio State leading Minnesota 40-20 in the Big Ten Women's Tournament quarterfinal in Hoffman State, Illinois. Duke 77, it's Wake Forest 68 at ACC Women's Tournament quarterfinal at Greensboro, North Carolina. Here, George Washington 77, St. Louis 63 in the Atlantic 10 Women's Championship quarterfinal at Richmond, Virginia. Chattanooga 68, it's Furman 55 in the 7 Conference Women's Championship semifinal at Asheville, North Carolina. Here, quarterback 82, Monmouth 61 in MAAC Women's Championship quarterfinal at Albany, New York. Here, Big Ten Women's Tournament quarterfinal at Hoffman State in Illinois, it's Maryland 70, it's Michigan State 60. South Carolina 58, it's Arkansas 36 at SEC Women's Tournament quarterfinal at North Little Rock, Arkansas. UT Martin 71, it's Belmont 65 in Ohio Valley Conference Women's Tournament semifinal at Nashville, Tennessee. East Tennessee State 66, it's Mercer 56 at 7 Conference Women's Championship semifinal at Asheville, North Carolina. Here, Notre Dame 77, it's Miami Florida 61 in the ACC Women's Tournament quarterfinal at Greensboro, North Carolina. Here, Fordham 46, Richmond 45. The Atlantic 10 Women's Championship quarterfinal at Richmond, Virginia. Siena 71, Iowa 61 in the MAAC Women's Championship quarterfinal at Albany, New York. Arkansas Pine Bluff 63, Mississippi Valley State 51. Arizona State 67, it's Washington State 48 in the Pac-12 Women's Tournament quarterfinal at Seattle, Washington. Northwestern 62, Rutgers 57, Big Ten. Women's tournament quarterfinal at Optimum State in Illinois. The West Coast Conference Women's Tournament quarterfinal at Las Vegas, Nevada. It's Gonzaga 70, it's Loyola Marymount 15 final. Tennessee State 31, it's SIU Edwardsville 59 in the final at the Ohio Valley Conference Women's Tournament semifinal at Memphis, Tennessee. Elster 71 at Texas A&M 65 in the SEC Women's Tournament quarterfinal at North Little Rock, Arkansas. It is Cincinnati 76, UCF 66 in the American Women's Championship first round at Yonkers, Connecticut. Dayton 80 at St. Joseph 61 in the Atlantic 10 Women's Championship quarterfinal at Richmond, Virginia. Sanford 67 at UCLA 62 at a Pac-12 Women's Tournament quarterfinal at Seattle, Washington here. San Diego 51 at Santa Clara 42 at the West Coast Conference Women's Tournament quarterfinal at Las Vegas, Nevada. Florida State 82, Virginia Tech 43. At the ACC Women's Tournament quarterfinal at Greensboro, North Carolina here. In the Patriot League Women's Tournament quarterfinal, it's Holy Cross Louisiana Lehigh 75-62, Memphis 31, SMU 59 in the American Women's Championship first round at Uncasville, Connecticut. Dartmouth 31, round 53, it is Harvard 68, it's Yale 63. Pennsylvania 50, Columbia 36. Princeton completes a 28-0 with a 70-37 win over Cornell. FGCU 74, it's North Florida 35 in the Atlantic Sun Women's Championship quarterfinal. And it's Jacksonville 55, it's Kansas State 54 in the Atlantic Sun Women's Championship quarterfinals. Northern Kentucky 64, USC Upstate 45, and it's Cincinnati 2, Lipscomb 69. Patriot League Women's Tournament quarterfinal, it's Navy 60, Bucknell 49. Kansas State 57, Kansas 49. The Big 12 Women's Championship first round in Dallas, Texas. Army 48, Colgate 45, and final in overtime here in the Patriot League Women's Tournament quarterfinal round here. American University 79, that's Lafayette 56 in the Patriot League Women's Tournament quarterfinal. In Marist 62, St. Peter 57 at MAAC Women's Championship quarterfinal at Albany, New York here. Tennessee 75, Georgia 41 in the final in the SEC Women's Tournament quarterfinal at North Little Rock, Arkansas. Iowa 74, it's Nebraska 65 in the Big Ten Women's Tournament quarterfinal at Hopkins State, Illinois. In the Atlantic 10 Women's Championship quarterfinal, Richmond, Virginia. Duquesne 66, Rhode 53, and Tulane 64, Houston 39 in the American Women's Championship at Uncasville, Connecticut. Okay, take a look at Major League Baseball training scoreboard here. St. Louis Cardinals over the Houston Astros 5-2. Miami Marlins over the Boston Red Sox 5-3. Tampa Bay Rays over the Minnesota Twins 2-1 here. New York Yankees over the Philadelphia Phillies as a New York Yankees split squad 4-1. Washington Nationals 9. Atlanta Braves 8. Toronto Blue Jays 5. Baltimore Orioles 4. New York Mets 5. Detroit Tigers 4. San Diego Padres play the Chicago White Sox 5-0. Cincinnati Reds 5. Chicago Cubs 2. It's Kansas City Royals 11. It's Cleveland Indians 9. It's Los Angeles Dodgers split squad 10. Milwaukee Brewers 1. San Francisco Giants 12. Texas Rangers 3. Los Angeles Dodgers split squad 7. Seattle Mariners 4. Los Angeles Angels 3. Colorado Rockies nothing. It's Oakland Athletics 7. Arizona Diamondbacks 2. And Pittsburgh Pirates 3. New York Yankees 1. Split squad. Okay, let's take a look at some sports news here on this Friday night here. Members of the athletics staff forged classwork as players were handed cash for appearances as volunteers and offers were allowed to skirt the university's drug policy without consequence as Fulton coach Jim Bam NCAA hit Syracuse hard. Beast motors back as Marshawn Lynch and the Seattle Seahawks have agreed to terms on a new 2-year contract extension for 2017, the team announced on Friday. Rory McElroy missed a hit ball at the WGC Cadillac Championship and took his frustration out of his club, throwing it into a pond. Danny Murray wins this after being hit in the right hand by the Tigers' David Price during the second inning in the Mets 5-4 spring training victory in Port St. Lucie. The Mets, Daniel Murphy excavated after getting plunked in the hand. Generally, the NFL trade market isn't all that thrilled, and free agency is often the way top stars change the teams. However, the offseason has already seen 2 big deals. That continuing maturation of Russell Westbrook is irrelevant in itself, only in a court during his sensational stretch to basketball, as he takes blame for the team of the Oklahoma City Thunder. In Las Vegas, Nevada, Las Vegas Motor Speedway begins a 3-week West Coast Swing for NASCAR Sprint Club and Xfinity Series. Andy Murray possibly channeling the emotion of his home crowd to a 2-0 Davis Cup lead, but the latter appeared to lose all self-respect for teammate James Ward's astonishing comeback. In Mesa, Arizona, on the first day he pitched in the game for the Cubs, the team's shiny new ace Dempsey White, the front office gambled one that was inherently risky long-term contracts on him. The Portland Trailblazers suffered a disheartening loss on Thursday night despite having to top the Dallas Mavericks 94-75 as the Blazers must now finish out the season without shooting guard Wes Memphis due to his Achilles tendon injury. In Las Vegas, Jeff Gordon is awfully efficient when he actually gets to qualify. The retired 4-time Series championship won his second pole of the season and the first ever at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway on Friday set a new record with 194.679 mile lap. Newark, New Jersey, Brendan Dubinsky had a goal and an assist in the return to the lineup from a concussion, and the injury would cut up his Blue Jackets. Gordon Dragic shooters back against the Wizards on Friday night when they unable to return to the contested injury was later ruled a back conclusion. The Indianapolis Colts announced Friday they would not re-sign wide receiver Reggie Wade, one of the most revered players in franchise history. And that's going to be it for Sportsman here on this Saturday night. On this Friday night, March 6, 2015. I'm Peter. Say have a good night. See you tomorrow night. Have a good evening. Have a good night.